you guys. Quick question for the room. Does anybody else in here not brush their teeth at night because they're afraid it might affect the taste of the beer they brought to bed with them? Yes. I heard a yes. You're ruining someone's life. Stop. I'm so happy to be home. I'm really happy to be here. I was in Columbus, Ohio last week, and I found this out. If you're afraid to fly, don't fly on Spirit Airlines. Not a good airline. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that Southwest is like the Greyhound of the sky, but that just makes Spirit the hobo boxcar of the sky. You don't even need a ticket to get on a Spirit flight. I showed up with a stick attached to a bag, and it would be right on the plane. I'm not a pilot, but I think I could get a job as a pilot for Spirit, because when we took off, we weren't doing like a steady climb up. We were just kind of going up, right? It felt like my pilot was just a teenager operating a virtual reality machine in an arcade, like right after a long bong rip. Just like... Yeah, man, this is what I do at NASA. This is crazy, right? And like we level out, and we're coming in for the landing, and we're coming in hot. We're going down, we're still going down. We're down, and then we're right back up again. And that's when the pilot, who had our life in his hands, gets on the intercom and he goes, ooh.
Sorry about that, folks. I got a little too confident in myself.
What? That's not something you want to hear a pilot say. He should be confident in himself. You're going to land the plane. We take a few laps around the city, we touch back down safely, he gets back on the intercom and he goes,
that's why they paid me the big bucks here at Spirit Airlines.
And good for him, I'm glad he's getting paid well. I used a gift card to buy beef jerky to Best Buy last week. Fuck you, alright? I don't know, I'm happy to be here. I drive for Uber, so if anybody needs a ride home after this, pretend you don't see that beer. I love driving for Uber. I recently picked up every Emory University sorority girl and took them to and from Erica's party. All right, cool. We got some friends at Erica in the house. I like that. But I was on Emory's Greek Row, and I was picking up my last passenger of the evening. And I hit the button to say that I've arrived. And while I'm doing this, I see the blue lights of a cop car behind me. I was getting pulled over running through a stop sign. The cop cuts out. She comes to my window. She starts to write me a ticket. And while she's doing that, the girl that I'm supposed to pick up sees my car, comes sprinting towards me, gets about 20 feet away before she tripped on a curb. And she gets up. The cop is like, oh my God, honey, are you okay? I am great. I'm just on my way to Erica's party. It's gonna be the best time. And the cop is like, okay, well, you seem pretty drunk. Do you mind if I check your ID? And the girl's like, of course. And she hands it over. The cop is like, ma'am, you're 19 years old. You shouldn't be drinking. You definitely shouldn't be drunk in public. I need you to get in the back of my car, arrested her, and forgot to write me a ticket. Yeah. That's awesome. What's really awesome is that Uber reserves the right to charge you $6 if your driver's been there for 3 minutes and you haven't gotten into the car. I made $6 on this girl getting arrested. I'm crushing it right now. Thank you. Thank you. I watched all the election stuff. I wasn't too happy with it. Shocker. But during the debates, there was a topic that never came up, and I think it needed to be. I think it's the most important thing in today's society. It's bureaucracy. Like, nobody here likes going to the DMV. That's not new news. But a few years ago, I lived in a neighborhood called the Old Fourth Ward. And in the Old Fourth Ward, there's the walking trail called the Beltline. And one night, I was walking home from a bar on the Beltline, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw these three guys, and they started running at me. And in my head, I was like, oh shit, I'm about to get robbed on the Beltline. So I do that thing all white people do when we're scared and we don't know what's going on. And I put the keys in my knuckles, right? Yeah, because that's our answer to everything, isn't it? Like, shit, I'm about to get robbed on the Beltline. Keys in the knuckles. Fuck, my dad caught me smoking pot. Keys in the knuckles. I'm not sure what a mortgage is. Keys in the knuckles. And these guys come running at me, and in my head, I'll be like a cat. I'll be like, and they'll run away. Or at least they'll be like, oh no, not a key! Which of course, in Spanish means, oh no, not here. And that's not what happened. It turns out these guys are neither bilingual or afraid of keys. The guy pulled a gun out, and like, you know that saying, don't bring a knife to a gunfight? Definitely don't bring a key to a gunfight. The guy puts a gun in my face, he goes, you already know, man, you getting robbed on the belt line. I'm not like a smart guy. I didn't graduate high school. At no point did I think I wasn't getting robbed on the belt line. I wasn't like, oh yeah, that's how you join a boy band, tight. But the guy, he puts the gun back in my face. He goes, all right, man, you've probably been here before. You know the drill. Empty your pockets. So I give him my wallet. They took my cards. They took my cash. They wound up getting my cell phone. And then the guy handed me my driver's license back, and he just said, hey, man, I know how much of a pain in the ass it is to go to the DMV. Why don't you hang on to that? I love living in Atlanta. I grew up here. I mean, hip-hop was a big part of the culture growing up. I wanted to be a rapper growing up. And I think I could be. I think I meet the criteria. I've met Andre 3000 from Outkast 3 times. I think that's all it takes to become a rapper. The first time I met Andre 3000, I was 13 years old. It was the first time I'd ever smoked weed. I was behind him in line at a burrito shop with my buddy Ben. I look at Ben, I'm like, oh shit, is that Andre 3000? I think it's him. It looks like it. It could be him. Yeah, it's me. Ha ha. The second time I met Andre 3000, I used to work at the Apple store, and Andre 3000 came in to buy an iPhone. I'm a huge Outkast fan, so I run up to him like, oh my God, Andre 3000, your first album, it changed my life. And I shed a single tear. I'll never forget this. He looked me dead in the eye and he said, I'm glad you liked it, but you don't gotta cry like a little bitch. Ha ha! The third time I met Andre 3000, I took my now ex-girlfriend out for her birthday at the W Hotel in Midtown, like right across the street. And she fell asleep really early. And I went down to the bar, I got blacked out drunk. I see Andre 3000 in the distance, I'm like, oh shit. Dre! Andre, what's up, baby? And I run up to him, like, I don't know if you remember me, man. He goes, oh yeah, you that silly motherfucker that cried in the Apple store. Like, it's me. And then I threw up on him. So, needless to say, I am no longer allowed at the W Hotel in Midtown Atlanta, but I'm also no longer that silly motherfucker that cried in the Apple store. So, haha! Thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun.